And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode of Park to Prem. Yes, you saw yesterday's episode. I'm not going to spoil it just yet because also my director of football wasn't even in the country to see exactly what's happened. So what we're going to be doing today is an overview. We had a little chat yesterday of what could potentially happen, what we're looking to do, blah, 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 for the future. But in today's episode, we're going to go through the director of football and we're going to go through everything that's happened. We're going to see if we get our reward and we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing for the next season. So this episode is fully on that. Then the next episode, which will be on Saturday, will be the first 2 games of the season. If you don't know which league we're in, make sure you go back to the previous 5 videos because it's the lead up to the end of the season. Now, if you have seen it, I'm going to spoil it in the next few seconds. But before we get into that, Bobby, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing absolutely incredible. I got to say, from what I've seen, I like where this team is going. I like the way you're managing. And we have to have a discussion about how to keep the momentum going and heading straight to the top where we belong.
Absolutely. So, if you haven't seen already, I am going to now show you exactly what has happened. I'm also trying to look at exactly what I've done wrong because I'm an idiot. So, here we go. We're going to go with this, and then, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We finished top of the league in our very, very first season. We got 103 points, with Scarborough getting 102. Yes, that is right. There is 1 point. At one point, you guys know when you've watched this video, I was shitting my pants. There was mistakes that happened. We've had an absolutely incredible season. 103 points finishing on. We've also got Paul Blackett, who got 40 goals in all competitions, but 35 league goals this season. And we also got our goalkeeper who kept 22 clean sheets, which was the best in the league. Also, John Ludafudu also got the second best player of the match rating as well. And as you can see, we got promoted. Now, Bobby, I want to get your initial reaction because I know that you're always scouting players and looking around. Yes, we are staying in character. Get over it. You're always scouting players. What is your instant reaction to that?
Instant reaction is that we spent properly. We got the right people in place, and clearly your managerial skills were right in the direction that we took, as we were fully unexpected to finish top of this table. I think the early predictions had us, mid-table, something like that. Thought we might, seventh. I mean, that's what they expected, but we said, that ain't happening. We're going straight to the top, and that's what you and the boys did beautifully out there. Is went straight to the top, champions of the league. I mean, it's a great first step. We got a lot of work ahead of us, though. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. The next step is going to be incredibly difficult.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we discussed before the season was one of the gains that we would get from finishing in the top 7 was we would get £1 million in the back end. So with that being said, what that means to us is if we have a look here is our finances now. We are in. And we have made, as you can see, it's already gone down, but we have got, as you can see, £973,000 in the back end of the club. I don't want to discuss the transfer budget. Really don't want to discuss the £1,000 I have as a transfer budget. But we also, as well, are going to be making a profit as well. But most importantly, the FA Cup run that when we went to League One side, which is 3 divisions more than us. I had to work that out then. It's 3 or 4 divisions higher than us. We beat Exeter, which gained us nearly the most money we generated all season. It was ridiculous. So we were very thankful to that. We then lost to Sutton United, which I'm not talking about. We were shit that day. But we were able to come out on top there, which is a massive positive. But if we're going to talk about overall how we've done in all competitions so far, I would say it's been a relatively great season for us. Because if you can see, which one is it? This one here. We're going to show you it here. as you can see here, we finished first with the top goal scorer, most assists as well in the season, with John getting 14 assists in the league. But not only that, we got lost in the second round. Now, remember, if you're playing in the Vanarama National Leagues, you have to go through qualifying rounds to get to the actual rounds. So for us to make it to the second round was just phenomenal for us, and I can't believe that we got there money-wise, beating Exeter with one of the biggest shithouse games that I've ever been a part of in my life. It was good. We lost to Tonbridge Angels. Could have won that. But we lost to them, and that is that. Now, we've got a few other things that we would like to look at as well before we go any further, because there's a few things that we need to discuss. And one of the main things that we're going to have to discuss is the team. And Bobby Munson will know some of that. Yes, we are staying in character with exactly what's been going on this season. But we're going to show everyone at home exactly how our team have been performing this year. As you can see here, the goalkeeper, 26 clean sheets in all competitions in 55 appearances. Not only that, if we're going to go down to John, the right wing back, 4 goals, 14 assists in all competitions, and 32 chances created this season, which is fucking ridiculous. By the way, Bobby Munson, I don't know what crack you smoked, but you signed Matty Longstaff, the former Newcastle midfielder, brother of Sean Longstaff, who plays for Newcastle right now, has signed with us until 2025. And yes, he's by far one of the best players at the club. And he's already League 2 standard, so I'm really hoping we do not sell him. He come late in the season, played 5 games, 4 chances created, 1 assist. Josh Doherty, who come in for Blair Adams halfway through the seasons, did all right, but the left wing back position, or left back, but we will talk about tactics very soon with what's going on moving forward. But the loan signings that Bobby has brought in, Harrison Jones here from, I think it was Sunderland, if I'm right. I could be wrong on this one. 37 chances created this season, 15 assists in all competitions with 2 goals. And Jared Harlock, coming on loan from Blackburn, got 3 goals, 3 assists, 28 chances created. But Ben Cottrell, who had a bit of an up and down season, but he's got lots and lots of potential. 5 goals, 4 assists, 13 chances created. But then the man, the myth, my absolute love that I will never sell unless he kicks up a fat. I will never sell. I will handcuff the prick to the ground because he's never leaving. But Paul Blackett, 55 appearances plus 1 as a substitute, 40 goals, 2 assists. He went sometimes, I might as well pass it, and 7 chances created as well. But not only that, we had another loan signing that lasted, I think it was 3 games, and then he got injured for the rest of the season from Wimbledon as well. And not only that, and we also had Dan Savage, never started a game, got 27 substitute appearances and 2 goals. Not the return we were looking for, but at the same time, I cannot complain with that as much. Bobby, looking at those stats and looking at the team you built, what would you say?
I'd say that we did one fine job. We got to go after some of those players that are going to help us through these divisions and everything like that. Whether, we put out youthful players or whether we use some experience in the process, it needs to be a combination, a good balance. And that's what we went for. We took this division by surprise, and we're going to have to do more of the same and look to the future for this next season. Especially, we got to start looking to some of the youth and who we can rely on. Obviously, we've got some clear players. Our goalkeeper and our striker are 2 key players moving forward that we're going to need in this next division.
Absolutely. And if we're going to have a look at here, Bobby, you may not know Football Manager too much. I'm teaching you a bit, some pieces. The yellow lines mean that they absolutely love each other and they love the positioning and they understand each other. Matty Longstaff broke the midfield, but we had it. And Cottrell, because of change of position, broke the partnership, but they loved it as well. But that's how it looked at the end of the season. Everyone's on holiday now. They're all going off for their break. But the reason why I've come to the screen is we're now going to talk about next season. Okay, and we're going to discuss that the board think that the first season in the Vanarama National League ever, according to the stats I have here, could potentially be wrong, is that they want us to avoid relegation. That is the first and more foremost. I disagree with that, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But Bobby, you are the man who now creates a system for next season. So you heard me laugh, man. So I would like to make a request.
I'm all ears. All ears.
I think we're going to need wingers. And
Okay.
I think we're going to need wingers very soon.
Okay.
So, as you can see, my son and daughter are now in the back, and they're now coming to. And just thank you. What are you doing? Just Daisy. There you go. Right, I'll tell you what. You'll be a very terrible James Bond. Right, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so I think we should go with wingers, or if we're going to play 5 at the back, then I'm thinking of putting 2 strikers in, but I'm going to leave your decision to you. I'm happy either way. And also, could I please have a backup formation just in case things go wrong?
You're welcome to have a backup formation that you prefer to play for sure. I do believe that you're right. We're stepping it up. Let's get some wingers in there. Let's tweak the formation to adjust accordingly to the next division.
Okay, so what formation would you like me to play with wingers? 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, not 4-4-2, please. I can't do 4-4-2. I can do 4-4-2, but I struggle with 4-4-2. How would you like us to play?
Let's do a 4-3-3 formation.
Yes! I can bring my inner Pep Guardiola out. Yes! Not the recent Pep Guardiola, the one that wins everything. Yes! Okay, so 4-3-3 will be for the formation. So, I'm very happy with that because we needed a left back and I can put one of them on. Yes, my brain is now going over here on exactly what to do now with this team. But we got one more thing that we need to discuss. And the last thing is this, okay? It is, if I could get it here, it's this. So, as you can tell, Bobby Money Munson is the god among men. I'm still working on my badges and I am very low down. I didn't realize how bad of a coach I was until I was applying for bloody badges from it. But the main attention I would like you to look at, Mr. Munson, is the top right.
Okay.
It's very shit.
Yeah.
As you can see, we've got, so out of 20, we've got 8 training facilities, 8 youth facilities, 8 average coaching, academy coaching, and 5 basic youth recruitment. Now, we're now going to discuss where you would like us to finish. By the way, and I will say this now, we're nowhere near or been transferred over to the new season. So I can't look at the season preview. So I'm making this harder for myself than what it should be. So at this, because I needed to know what Bobby wanted so that then I can then shape the team into the Pep Guardiola of the Northeast. Basically what I wanted to try and do. So my question is to you is, what is the aim for the season?
Well, I mean, obviously not to get relegated of all things. I would be happy if we could get this season just above middle of the table. If we can get just above middle of the table, I would consider that a satisfactory job.
Okay, so mid-table or just above mid-table, around there will be the thumbs up to getting additional things here for South Shields. Now, I would like to make a request for this. You can change it to whatever you would like to do, but I would like to upgrade the training facilities, the youth facilities, and all of these. I would like to upgrade these I want them all matching because 3 of them are 8, 1 of them's 5, but I would like them all. If I'm going to be sensible, because if I wasn't, I would go, can I have 20 for all and have the best state of the art of everything, which is never going to happen. But if I'm going to make a request, I would like them to be around about 11 or 12 all together.
That's a good deal. You know what? I'm a firm believer in the youth development and the youth academies. I think that the best teams have the top academies for youth. So yes, that is a great aim. I accept that request. Let's make that happen. Punishment this time around, if we don't get to that mid-table spot, is that both our striker and our keeper have to be up for sale.
No, block it! I can't. Right, I'm winning the league. I'm winning the league.
Well, great. That's what we want.
So the aim is now, I'm going to zoom in so everyone can see it properly, is this. This facilities here is we want to make sure that if we can finish over mid-table or top half, all of these will be moved up to 12. That is the aim of the season. And that is that. That's going to be the end of the episode here today. We're going to be back tomorrow with the first 2 games of the season where I will be flying up. By the way, Bobby Munson's... I'm going to break character now, so I do apologise to all of you kayfabes. Bobby Munson's character in the game is fucking ridiculous. He signs players that I have no idea what's going on at this point. It baffles the hell out of me. So I'm hoping that this comes back and it goes well, and that is a big thumbs up for us. But with that, top half finish.
Let's do
Pep
it.
Guardiola, I'm going to say it now. I will be playing some type of Pep Guardiola style football because the football gives me slight erections when I watch it live. And the other thing is, if we do it well, all of the facilities go up to 12 or 11, depending on how I'm feeling. Most probably 12 because I like to give myself an advantage. And if we don't, then Blackett and Bowie will either be released at the end of the season, that we can't renew their contracts, or they will be sold. Not Blackett. I can't lose Blackett. Or I can't lose Blackett. I refuse to lose Blackett. Of all the players, I refuse to lose Blackett.
Motivation to win.
Yeah, absolutely. But with that, that is going to be the end of the episode here today. With love, with care. My name's been Mark. That has been Bobby Money Munson. We're going to be back tomorrow with the start of the season. Peace.